Hey guys, this is Orbit here, and in this video I'm going to be explaining how the aftershocking works with Earth Tank. This is kind of something to do with obviously tanking that not many people know, not a lot of people know how to do. So I'm going to just quickly explain that, guys. Okay. Now the first thing you need to know about Earth Tank is whenever you use a power, you will gain 25% damage absorption. Okay, so if I just use any power, shards there, and if I scroll right the way down to the bottom, here's my shards, and then down the bottom you see absorb damage 25%, and that will give me 25% damage absorption for 12 seconds. And that could be any power, anything on your loadout. If you press that, even spawning your pet, you'll get 25% damage absorption. Now the thing about Earth Tank is you will gain a maximum of 50% damage absorption, but it's how you get to that 50% is kind of depends on your loadout. So we've got two different loadouts which you can pick from. Forget the loadout that I've got now. This is kind of a blend between the two, so I can show you them both. The easiest one is your Golem Earth Tanking loadout. Okay. This is by far the easiest way to Earth Tank, and I'll tell you why. First of all, you spawn your pet, right? Okay. The brick golem has a lot more health than crystal, so if you're doing PvE, make sure you have your brick. Okay. For PvP, use crystal because the crystal removes your debuffs and cleanses your teammates. But for PvE, use brick. Has a lot more health, which means it won't die as easy. And then when you use your damage shift, okay, you will have this funny aura on top of you. That now I have a bonus 25% damage absorption. So all the time now I'm running around with 25% damage absorption, and every time I use a power, that will get a bonus 25%. So that's my 50% damage absorption there. Does that make sense? That's easy. That's just an easy way to kind of explain how to get your 50% damage bonus with your golem. Okay, only use one golem in your loadout. If you've got two, it's a waste because each time you spawn your pet, the other one will go away, and it's just a waste. Okay, and that's kind of the down point of golem loadout. A golem loadout is you've got two spaces on your loadout which kind of aren't being used. You've got your pet and you've got your damage shift. Those two are kind of just sitting there. But I do like to occasionally, even though the aura is on me, I do like to add that in every now and again because it does add a 10% control resistance, I believe. Yeah, 10% control resistance for 12 seconds. So you can add that in, just add that into your rotation for an extra 10% control resistance. Okay, that's pretty much how you get your 50%. I'm not going to talk too long on it. That's how you get your 50% damage absorption with the golem. Okay, the other alternative is to use aftershocking. Aftershocking's a little bit harder. It's a lot harder to use because you need to be on the ball all the time. You need to be on the ball because you've obviously will have your 25% damage absorption when you're using your powers, like I just said, but you will need to keep continuously aftershocking all the time to get up to that 50%, and then it's going to drop again, and then you need to keep building up, so you need to be switched on. The earth tanking, you just need to look at your pet and your damage shift. So how do we aftershock? Okay, aftershock, there are a number of powers which you can aftershock with. I've got 3 of them on in my loadout. We've got jackhammer. Oh, I've got a message. Jackhammer, upheaval, and the shield. What is that shield called again? Gemstone shield. Those 3 are aftershockable. Okay, and they will kind of increase your damage absorption. Okay, each time you can aftershock up to 3 times. Each time you aftershock, you will gain 8.33% damage absorption. So we're at 25% just by using our powers. Okay, if you aftershock once, that will add 8.33% on, which will mean you'll get 33.3% damage absorption. If you do absorb the second time, you'll get 41.6%, and if you aftershock all 3 times, that will be your 50% damage absorption. Okay. Now you need to make sure you do damage. You need to make sure you aftershock 3 times and not 2 times. Okay, because if I do jackhammer, the first hit, that's not an aftershock, that's just a power. I need to do it 3 times after that, so it's almost 4 times. It looks like it's 4 times, but you're aftershocking 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Now I have the bonus 25% for 12 seconds plus my power. Okay, so it will appear on there twice. Look. Okay, and that's how you do it, but it's for 12 seconds. So every 12 seconds you need to add in an aftershock, whether that will be your gemstone shield, your upheaval, every 12 seconds. So you've got to be busy. Okay, I do find it's a lot. You use a lot more power with a aftershocking loadout. I do, however, find you do a little bit more damage with an aftershocking loadout. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Jackhammer is probably the quickest. Jackhammer is your quickest way to get your aftershock. It's quick, boom, 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 boom. You've got your aftershock. Upheaval is a little. Sorry, that was gemstone shield. Upheaval. It takes a lot longer to get your bonus damage absorption up. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. Okay, so it doesn't take long to explain it, but I mean, not many people know about it. Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. The only other thing to know is your aftershocks won't kind of work with your pet damage shift. It's one or the other, pretty much. Okay, so choose a loadout, aftershocking or your pet loadout. I would probably recommend a pet loadout. That's the one I use. It's just easy. You don't need to worry about anything, and you're good to go. Okay. Now your brick is designed to kind of go down at some point. It's not there to kind of be there alive forever. So as soon as that drops, respawn it again, and then put your damage shift on, and you're good to go. Okay. Only other point I need to say is your dominance is added to your defense. A lot of people don't know that. If forget my gear, by the way, guys. I've got DPS gear on. Yes, I've got 923 precision now, base. For those, a lot of people have been asking that, what's your precision now after the update? There it is. But my dominance is obviously very low because I'm in my DPS gear, but it's 156. Now, because I'm in tank role, when I use a power, that 156 will get added to my defense. So let me just quickly show you that. Any power. There we are. Bam. Okay. So it's good to have lots of dominance. Obviously good to spec into defense. Right. Apart from that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment and subscribe.